Hello, people. Welcome to Slowest in Your Face. Today, we're going to be talking about Scandal, season 4, episode 22, entitled "You Can't Take a Man." This was the season finale, and in my opinion, it should have been the series finale. I love Scandal, but it should have been a series finale the way it ended. Um, there's no need to keep going the way it ended. It's just like, well, what else do you need to? I do see some things being set up, like, Mama Pope being released, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, well, we'll just go through what happened. Melly meets with Rowan, and he threatens her with all the stuff they ever did. Remington, or is it Remington? Whatever that mission was, and and of course the affairs and da da da. He threatened Melly with that, and she was so scared. So he asked for a list, and I was like, "What? A list of what?" And I was like, "Oh," and then they switched to like the grand jury here. I'm like, "Oh crap, he wants the jury list." So I was like, "What? Oh my gosh!" But I kind of knew that was gonna happen because what I just didn't understand was why it had to be. Here's the thing. Grand juries are secret. You don't know who's in there. I guess most of the time we don't even know that they're happening. You know, so they're not gonna bring it public. All right, they're not gonna actually like, oh, let's get him on the news, because who knows, that would probably start World War III. I mean, yeah, we know that CIA has done some stuff, but if there was like an agency worse than the CIA, imagine, and no country knew about it, imagine what would happen. So yeah, so they just, it just wasn't the best idea to go after him that way. And then apparently Rowan started cleaning house, started killing all the agents. So he basically killed off B613 himself. So there ain't no more B613, which is amazing, I guess. I don't know. I thought B613 was I thought they may have like eventually done a spinoff of B613. But I guess it would have been too much like division with Nikita, but oh well. And then Melly's campaigning so hard. I guess she won the Senate seat. So she won the Senate seat. Now, who's slimy? Even Miss Elizabeth Norr. She is real. I kept saying, like, Ellen, your wife. All right. Not to bring, but just like, she is the worst character on the show. Like, she sucks so bad. Like, I don't even want her. Like, nobody. She does nothing for nobody. She got beat up. I'm like, get her out of here. She pulled a Cyrus on Cyrus. She got Cyrus' job. I don't understand why Abby couldn't have gotten it, but she got Cyrus' job. She tried it. So she got Melly to confide in her about everything. Now, I don't know if it was really her plan, because at the end of the day, does she know who Rowan is? I don't know if she was able to, because Melly didn't even know who Rowan was. And I think he was being a little unfair. I know I'm going to get back to, Olivia and Rowan going at it again. But I think he was a little unfair to Melly. Like, she didn't know. I mean, I guess she could have had an idea of what he was, or why he was asking for it. But it's not like she knew exactly. She didn't know who he was, to the point where it's just like, oh, I know for a fact he's going to kill those people. It could have been he was going to bribe them, intimidate them. Who knows? But the thing about Fitz is, you got your nerve. You killed, what, 300 people? Get out of here. Get out of here. What you really mad for is that Olivia got arrested. That's the only thing you mad about. Get out of, you just went to war for Olivia. And you mad that that she did something so she become president? Get out of here. I'm usually never on Melly's side because she got on my nerves too. But come on. Like, what in the world? Get out of my house. Shut up. If it wasn't for Melly, you wouldn't have even been in there. Remember, she was one, her and Cyrus, they convinced Olivia. Get out of here. He pissed me off so bad. You know, this is why I'm Team Jake. And now back to Olivia Warren with her father. So she went to go see her mother. I like her mother, but not like I like Papa Pope. Papa Pope, I like Papa Pope. So she went to go see her mother, and her mother basically told her that people don't know who he is, really. They don't know who Command is. So she got the idea to go to the CIA, and I'm like, I mean, when I saw the Langley building, I'm like, what? She's going to CIA? Why? And I guess it makes sense. But you see, this is why there needs to be, there needs to be like, all right, I'm not going to say too much about this. Never mind. But still, there needs to, yeah, I'm not going to talk about it. I have an idea. All right, I have an idea, but I don't want to say it because it's a, it's a creative idea, and I need to keep it private, and so I can copyright it. But anyway, yeah. So and then that backfired because you know what I don't get about Cyrus is that there's nothing like okay with David, right? You could see he threatened Abby. With Olivia, he could threaten somebody for he don't have. I mean, he has the kid, but we ain't seen the kid in who knows how long. Like, he doesn't have anybody for somebody to really be like, oh, we're gonna hold this over you, or we're gonna hold them over to get you to do this stuff. It's just like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Like, Cyrus, what is your problem? Like, what did he even have to say to him? Oh, you owe me a favor? Yeah, Cyrus, you really think that they're going to let the White House chief of staff go to jail for a secret organization? Like, you really think that was going to happen? That wasn't going to happen. They was not going to implement the White House in that at all. Come on now, Cyrus. It's just like Cyrus just want to be evil. Go have another heart attack. And don't come back. And the thing is, you like Cyrus socially. You like Cyrus, but politically, it's just like, get out of here. The men in this episode, I can't. And then, so they went to the CIA, the director. I guess the women in this episode too, right? Everybody. But Cyrus threatened her, and then all of a sudden, she, I don't know, she's scared to death. Everybody, no actual things had to happen to real people. When I mean real people, I'm just saying people that are characters. Nothing had to actually happen to a character to get them to do what you wanted. And Olivia was like, oh, this is B613, da. You need to stop this. And then basically, Cyrus threatened the director of CIA, threatened the Cyrus threatened Cyrus, basically. No, he said, who else? Oh, David. He threatened David with Abby's life. See, that makes sense. What doesn't make sense is Cyrus, the person who almost killed his own husband. And then, remember when Command sent Jake to go kill your husband? Get out of here. I don't get it, Cyrus. I don't get it. And the thing is, I like Cyrus, and I do want to see him in the show, but it's just is he it's like, which side are you on? Which side are you on? What are you doing? And I'm guessing he just wants to keep in everyone's good graces so he can call on people when he needs things. But at the same time, I guess he wants to save political capital or something. But it's just when someone connects the pieces like Fitz did, look what happens. You got bumming Elizabeth Norton at your job now. She was waiting for you at the door. So they arrest Olivia and Jake, which was odd because it was just like it was odd because it's like, okay, if they say it doesn't exist, they get to go free, right? But I guess if they don't recant, they're gonna be arrested for treason. What? Who? What law is like what? How does that even work? It just like trumped up charges on nothing. Whatever, they signed it. And what I do like about it, because I really like Rowan, is that she didn't really have a gotcha moment. Sure, when they went, so they got Eli arrested because they made it seem like he was embezzling money from the Smithsonian. I think he's at the Smithsonian, right? And is it the Smithsonian? Or is it Jeffersonian? No, Jeffersonian's bones, right? Smithsonian scandal. I don't know. One of them things. One of them many museums in DC. So so they came and arrested him, whatever. And I've been, like, he's basically powerless at this point because he killed off all the rest of the B613 agents, and he basically erased B613. So and there's nobody to call to go save him. So they went down there, whatever, and then that was a little too much. Olivia, that was a little bit too much. All right. Now I would have really did. It would have really been nice with a nice Rowan monologue. All right. Even if it was at the end with him in the cell. You remember like season 1 of American Horror Story at the end where with Jessica Lange, and she did that monologue at the end. There's something about seasoned actors being able to do a monologue like that. And Roman did them plenty of times, but if it would have been one last one at the end. So we go back to the White House, right? And then we'll talk about Quinn and Huck at the end. So we go back to the White House, and they are just celebrating because Elizabeth told Fitz everything. And Fitz is so upset. And like I said before, I think it's being completely unfair to Melly. Fair to Cyrus, all right? Cyrus was really wrong. Really wrong. But Melly had she did what she did, if she knew what Cyrus knew, then I can understand. She didn't know. I feel like he's mad at her because of it being the guy who, of course, killed their son. But it's like, did she know that? Like, who told her that? I thought it was like literally Fitz and Olivia that knew that, and that's why Olivia went crazy, And Quinn and Huck. Oh, Jake. No, let's talk about Jake leaving. Honestly, I'm Team Jake. I'm not Team Fitz. He's been there. I mean, Jake hasn't been there since day one. Fitz has been there since day one. But he's been protecting her ever since, I swear. And he always forgive her. And I don't remember Jake he pointed a gun at her that one time. But that's because she did the most. She slept with him just to get, whatever she did. And I just don't see the appeal for Fitz anymore. Especially what he did to Melly. And that could be what's, driving this, but it's just like, I hated Melly for a long time. I'm still not a big fan of Melly. But what was that? And then he always does stupid stuff. So you're going to fire Melly. No, not fire Melly. You're going to kick Melly out the house. And then hire her campaign manager? Get out of here. Like, what are you doing? I understand. Fitz needs Olivia because no one else is doing the thinking. Fitz never did the thinking. You mean to tell me it took you all this time to put pieces together? I'm so mad at Fitz. He got his nerve. His nerve. Melly gave a list to a guy she didn't even know, right? She didn't even know what he was capable of. You got a mission. You knew what the mission was, and you conducted it. And you got the nerve to get mad at Melly. You think I would make you president? She made you president. They kind of remind me of House of Cards a little bit. But still, get out of here. You got your nerve. Like, yeah, if you want to fire Cyrus, fine, but you don't hire Elizabeth North. What? And if you don't think Elizabeth North is gonna be a problem next season, let's get to Quinn and Huck. Huck was the one who killed the jurors. Why? What is wrong with Huck? My family. Get out of here. My family. And that's I don't like Quinn either, but I'm so glad she was like, yeah, not buying it this time. Like, I'm not buying she's like, no, you enjoyed it. You wanted to do it. He's a serial killer. Get him out of there. He's an attack dog. And he's like a computer. Like, you find the right program, you get it to do anything. My gosh. And I don't know how that ends, but I guess we'll make predictions for next season. Fitz better apologize to Melly. All right, I need a Rowan-esque monologue apology to Melly. All right, and it better be good. And I need tears and on your knees, because you did the most, Fitz. You did the most. I need Jake to come back. All right. He doesn't necessarily have to be with Olivia. Let's just find him somebody, okay? There's other people in the world. Just find Jake a person to be with, all right? But he needs to be back. I wonder if he'll come back and he's still in the White House or not. I don't know. But I guess we'll see. Cyrus. See, that, like, Kerry Washington was on the Tonight Show, and she was like, we don't know, like, how do you come back from that? And I'm like, yeah. That's why I was honestly, like I said in the beginning, like, if this was a series finale, I'm okay with it. I doubt it would be, because there's still money to be made, but if this was a series finale, I would be cool with it. Because literally everyone's divided. So, like, especially in a political show where everyone's like doing, stabbing each other in the back, it makes sense for everyone to just be like, we going our separate ways. The main love interests are together. Like, it could end. Like, this could be the last season of Scandal. But we know that ain't gonna happen. The only thing that really I would like to be resolved, and that was really, that's the only cliffhanger. Like, sure, Melly's still gonna run for president. That's still gonna happen. The only cliffhanger is Quinn and Huck. Like, what's that? And the last thing about this episode is, although I like Rowan a lot, and it wasn't enough war. And I didn't like the way to build up to Rowan being who he was. Because it's like he didn't start out as a horrible person. Like, yeah, he did horrible things, whatever, in the name of the Republic. But it's just, you didn't hate him like that. And just like they made us hate him. Not me, I love me some Rowan. I don't even care. He could be a villain forever. Alright? So, Rowan is the best. But, and I feel like Olivia didn't get him. Like, I understand he took most of his power away, whatever, but there's not one person. Hell, he can't get Huck to do it, get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm not satisfied at the end. Like, yeah, it could be the end of the show, whatever. It seems like the end of a show. But I feel like with this being season 4, if this was the end, fine. I'm cool with that. All right. But if we go up to like season 9, this can't happen. This can't be the end. And that's what happens with a lot of TV shows. Once they go really long, this is the type of ending you get after 10 years. I don't want an ending like this after 10 years. Fine, we're at 4 years, fine. But 10 years, I don't want an ending like this. And I feel like Rowan is Olivia's father. They should have tore DC up and down. Now, I don't care about them killing no jurors. Like, people have been dying left and right, regular folks. It would be like killing a character in Game of Thrones. Not shocking anymore. Like, it's not shocking. Killing 13. Ooh. Whoa. We've seen innocent people die all the time. Now, maybe if Jake would have died, all right. You know, maybe if Quinn would have pulled the trigger on Huck, all right. You know, it needed something. It needed something more. It needed something to be like, well, damn, it really went down. To me, it didn't go down. It really, like, what did Rowan lose? Like, yeah, okay, he's not B613 anymore. Okay. Like, he's old. How long was he gonna, like, he got to retire at some point? Like, I feel like B and C characters lost things. The A characters didn't lose anything. Like, it wasn't like there was little battles, but this should have been the war. This should have been, oh man, Olivia did that. I wasn't proud. I was like, cool, nice, awesome. You know, like I wanted to see him running scared. I wanted to see him in the field running for his life. You got Navy SEALs and CIA agents and helicopters coming to go get some Rowan. None of that happened. You had 2 DC police officers. Get out of here. And I understand the symbolism, like, oh, you took him from that high to that low. But I feel like he deserved to go out that high. Because you know why? Because you built it up for all season. You built all of that up all season for 2 DC police officers to come get him? Come on now. Really? And you know what? Also, the part of that wasn't even the master plan. Like, maybe if that was Olivia's plan from the beginning, that, oh, we're gonna strip him of B613, right? And then we're gonna get him like that. Then I would be like, okay, that's Rowan's daughter right there. You know, that's a pope. But no, it was just like, oh, that'll do it. That'll work. All right, let's go home. Like, get out of here. Like, Olivia, put down the wine. But anyway, I don't know. I just ranted on for so long. I hope I was recording. Thank you so much for listening to this recap of Scandal. I'll see you next season. Slow this out. And leave your comments below, people. I want to know what you guys think. All right, slow this out.